This is Danielle and welcome to my YouTube channel Danielle Style, where we deal with topics from business to style. Now, with all the things happening in the Trinidad news right now concerning the police, there was a video came out showing that the demise of 3 individuals did not happen as they had stated. Something that a lot of us already knew, that, just like a lot of other entities, organizations, etc., there's a lot of corruption going on. So I wanted to, instead of talking about that video, unless maybe these 3 people who look at me would like that, instead of that, I just wanted to share what actually happened to me. I had an encounter with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Now, people, please don't mind that dog that you're hearing. That dog is not even mine. So anyway, if you want to hear my story time about my encounter with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, please keep listening. Now, this happened one night about 10 or more years ago. I had gone out with my boyfriend at the time, my ex now, and we were returning to my apartment, which is, well, it's a place that I don't live at anymore. And the road to the apartment is actually like a private road, so you know how that goes. It would be bumpy and it's usually not paved often. So my boyfriend at the time was driving through slowly, and we had almost reached my apartment. We were actually at there was an empty lot of land right next to the apartment, so we actually reached right there. So when we reached there, now remember I said this is a bumpy road, not well paved or anything, right? A police jeep drives out from behind a tree, blocks the car, and a whole scraggalag I think I just made up that word maybe. A whole scraggalag of police officers jump out with their weapons. I'm not into weapons, but whatever you call the big long things, you know the big long things that is as long as from your elbow to your middle finger or even longer. Is that a rifle, a shotgun? I don't know. But they all jumped out with that, with, you know, they had on dark clothes and all that. So they did that, and we were sitting down in the car like, what the F? Then they started to shout, hands up, hands up, hands up, get out of the car, hands up, get out of the car. All right, brother man. So we got out of the car, we stood with our hands up. Now I'd like to add in here that my boyfriend at the time, he was driving a Lancer, like an old model Lancer, right? So that would be a key point to remember for the end of the story. So they told me to put my hands, stand facing, you stand facing the door. So my door was closed, passenger side door was closed. Stand facing the door and put my hands on the outside roof of the car. So I did that, and of course, listen. The amount of things that I have seen, the amount of things that I have gone through, I mean, it's not as bad as some people. And the amount of horror movies that I look at, I was not fazed. I was pissed. I wasn't scared. I was pissed. Okay? Because I obviously knew this dude who I was going out with at the time wasn't into anything. So I wanted to know where they were going from there. So I have my hands on the roof and I am pissed. I'm looking at them and they have their guns. Imagine this was so funny. Eh? They have their guns trained on me and stuff and I'm looking at them like, and war, 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 war. And they're looking at me like, you know how, you know how people look at you when they try to make you scared of them? And you're watching them like, me afraid you. They were looking at me like that. They were all like confused and some of them were looking like they wanted to put down their guns and stuff. And I'm looking at all of them in their face like war. You understand? So this dude who I was with at the time, while they had me like that, they were asking him for the basic driver's license, insurance, and this fool is not like me. So anytime he sees a police officer, he starts shaking and quaking like an ass. So he's making himself look, you're making yourself look guilty of nothing. So he's there scrambling and frightened, and when they asked him for the license and insurance, he opens the glove compartment and he spills everything onto the floor on the side of the car, on the outside of the car. And this is getting me more mad. I am thinking, what is this idiot doing? What is this idiot really doing? Because when you're acting. Listen, one of the main things that you read in news stories when they apprehend a suspect, they usually include, this person was acting suspiciously. And that's exactly what he was doing. He's scrambling, and like he couldn't find the stuff, the insurance, and he just scrambling and breathing. And I'm like, oh my God, look at this fool. So I am pissed because we got pulled over. There are big guns drawn on me. This one is acting like a fool. And some of these men with guns are bold enough to be watching me up and down like they want some. And I'm looking at them like, you have to be crazy to be looking at me like you want me for dinner while all of this is going on. So anytime any of them were looking at me like that, I was looking at them like, what the F you looking at me like that for? And they would turn away because, you know, don't play with me. You know. Do not play with effing me. So he found what he had to find, my boyfriend at the time, and I was just there, pissed, and after all of this, the person who was interrogating him, I have to say interrogating him, the person who was interrogating him got a phone call. Well, he claimed to get a phone call, so he raised his phone to his ear and he was like, oh, it's a Corolla. It's a Corolla. And then he hung up the phone. Supposedly hung up the phone and was like, oh yeah, it's really a Corolla we're looking for. Sorry about that. And they jumped in their Jeep and went their way. Can you believe that? Now, I a product of two police officers. So I've heard them while I was growing up talking about police exercises, and the impression I get of police exercises is that yes, they are working towards doing whatever they have to do, apprehend people, search people, etc. But I'm thinking another part of that of the word exercise is it's like practice. Meaning, you know, when they have new recruits or whatever, they would have them doing these, so they have practice for when they have to really do it. So in my mind, I am thinking that this was just practice. Okay? And I'm like, you're serious? So of course me, be acting like a vigilante, and this is something that annoys me. I was like, well, we have to go to police complaints. And this idiot is like, no, we can't go police complaints. My parents cannot find out about this. They just already tell me about being out late in the night. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. I really don't get it. And I don't get that. But that is basically the end of the story. This video has gotten to be very long. And I hope you enjoy. Maybe you could add your own encounters with the police below the video on YouTube. And feel free to subscribe to Daniel Style for videos dealing with Trini lifestyle, Trini culture, carnival, and Trini news/events. Bye.